Guys, U.N.T here. This is vlog update number 5, new prospects. So it's been a long time since my last video, and I just want to give you guys an update on what I've been up to. So first thing, right, so I graduated high school in May 2015. And so it was a very nervous time then, right? Because you had to make a decision that would stick with you for the next 4 years. And so I did that, and officially am now attending the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, which is a really great school for engineering, especially aerospace engineering in the country. It's number 7, so um, yeah, I'm in college right now. This is my dorm. Uh, that's my roommate's side of the room. It's a little bit messy, but don't tell him I said that. um, yeah, a lot has happened in the past, 4 months. Um, May, right? I graduated, made college decisions, had to do all that stuff. Like you go through high school not like thinking about any of that, right? It's always like it's the finish line, right? But then I went through it in May, and I was just I went through that, and now it's just some memory in the past. I graduated. Wow. Just everything I've been working towards in the past 4 years just culminated in May 2015, 4 months ago. So there's that. So yeah, graduated high school, and so we actually got to graduate early. We got to graduate in May, so we literally had 1 month of free time after. Um, and we got let out like 3 weeks early, 4 weeks early. So I basically hung out with my friends, and we got to make some really, really great memories. Um, One of my friends has a house on the Cape Cod. We went there, and just hung out, lived. I was just having so much fun and living in the moment, um, which is part of the reason why I couldn't do many videos in the past couple months, because I was enjoying life, and getting to see my friends, before I leave for college, and not see them for a long time. So there's that. Um, so yeah, we went to Cape Cod, we went kayaking, we went to parties. It was a fun time. I was thinking in my mind, it's like it's always those memories that make me the happiest. It's always thinking back to the summer of 2015. As this is a summer to remember, at least for me. So yeah, after May, I actually went to Europe and China in June all the way through August. So that's 2 months away from the U.S., outside of the U.S. And so we went to Europe. My first flight was to Frankfurt, Germany. And that was my first destination in Europe. And I was like, wow, it's a whole new world, like you read about it, you listen, you learn about it, right, in history, and you've never been there your whole life, and then all of a sudden, bam, you're in Frankfurt. Wow. It just, I really enjoyed that experience, learning about something for, 18 years, right, and then finally getting to go there was truly amazing. So in Europe, we actually didn't end up staying at Frankfurt. We we went to Greece and Rome mostly. In Greece, we went to Santorini, this island, which was really beautiful. It's truly beautiful. If you go on my Instagram at the Yellow Fellow, you can actually see some of my pictures from that trip. It was was a good time, and everything there was so nice. I mean, the weather's always clear, clear skies, awesome sunsets. It's just really great there. Um, so that's Santorini. Went to Rome, and I was in Rome, Italy. So that was my time in Italy. I spent 3 days in Italy, going to things like the Vatican, um, visiting the Colosseum, and all the typical tourist things. So we got to visit Italy, and that was nice. Um, that was Europe. I also got to visit China again in during the summer, and I have to say that was China's always like I think of it as my home, as my second home really, because I was born here, but it was nice to see family again. Um, it's just it just brings back so many memories every time I go there. Every time I go there. So I ended up staying in China for around 1 month, and we actually went to this south a southern province in China called Yunnan, and um, that's where Shangri-La is, and I went there. I also got to see it is entirely different from things like the Grand Canyon, right? You just don't see that kind of thing in like movies. Yunnan is one of those places where it's like truly beautiful and not a lot of people know about it. So we went there, Shangri-La, right? Um, saw some snow mountains, which were actually amazing. Um, so yeah, that's basically China. And we came back from that trip back to Shanghai, and we just stayed there until the rest of our uh, days came up, and so yeah, that was China. And basically, after I got back to the U.S. from China, I had 5 days. Was it 5 days? No, I think it was a week. I had a week before I had to move into my dorm room here. So August 17th, moved on campus, stayed at a hotel, the Illini Hotel, and that was nice. They always, that hotel is really really nice. It's a little bit expensive, but for the experience that you get, it's really really awesome. Okay, so a lot of things have happened on campus, so I'm just gonna go through all of those, and hopefully this video won't be too long. It's at 8 minutes already right now, so I'm trying to keep it short, but there's so much to tell you about. Okay, so first thing, Innovation LLC is something that I am a part of. So the dorm where I'm living, it's called the ISR, Illinois Street Residence. There are other halls, but I chose to live in this hall mainly because of the Innovation LLC and because it was relatively close to my class. Um, it's like a 10-minute walk every time to get to class, and my classes are spaced out, so that's nice. But yeah, and Innovation LLC is a learning and living community LLC for entrepreneurs, innovators, inventors, and makers. So basically, you think of Iron Man, you think of Elon Musk, that those type of people. They would like Innovation LLC. This is the place to be. It's like a maker's hub. Everyone here is so passionate about making things, inventing things, starting businesses. It's like kind of like a Silicon Valley in its own way. Um, my roommates, I live in a triple, so I have two roommates. David, who lives behind me right there, he's really good at drawing, just like I am. I'm sure you guys have seen some of my drawings in some of my past videos in the background. Kevin is also good at drawing, so we're all like makers, artists, engineers, trying to make the world a better place through innovation and everything. That sounds pretty cheesy, but that's what we do. I mean, that's Innovation LLC. We we have lots of great resources. Um, so one thing to know once you're on campus in at UIUC is that printing is not free, and that is something I can't get over because I'm paying a ton of tuition money, and it's not going towards printing. So I mean, actually, if you're an engineering major, you actually get like what 300 pages free if you print at an engineering computer lab. So it is free, but you have to like walk outside, right? You have to go to that building, to the library, to engineering computer lab to print stuff. And so I didn't want to do that. That's why I chose Innovation LLC. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Innovation is a great place, but one of the perks is that you get free printing, which is great. I printed what like 30 resumes for a job fair, career fair the other day. Oh my God, that's insane. But anyways, we also have 3D printing, right? So you can import a CAD model or something that you want to print, and we have 3D printers downstairs, so you can literally prototype, right? You work in your room, work on a CAD project on something amazing, and then you can just print it downstairs. That's pretty cool. And 3D printers are expensive too, so it's nice to have that resource. Innovation LLC. All right, I was saying downstairs, right? So we actually have a workspace downstairs in the basement called the garage, and that's where the printers, 3D printers are. Um, and so yeah, Innovation LLC also has a lot of craft materials, a lot of paper, a lot of cardstock papers. I have materials for making paper aircraft and all that types of stuff. Innovation LLC also does community events. So we we first day or first week we went to someplace off campus to work on some pottery pieces. We got to paint pottery pieces. So I actually have mine right here. So, oh, shoot. Anyway, sorry about that. So I actually got to paint this thing, and they fired it up and sent it to Innovation like a couple weeks later. So there was that. So that was that was the pottery event. We also got to visit Makerspace in Urbana, which is a special community place. So think of like the garage, right? Innovation has garage, except Makerspace is kind of like garage, except it's for the entire town of Urbana. Um, so yeah, UIUC, University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. So this school is like actually divided into two parts. One part is in Champaign, one part is in Urbana. That's why he has such a weird name, but it shares two towns, so it's really cool that way. On one side of town you have new buildings, on one side of town you have old buildings, so it's a really nice mix. It's a really nice culture here. It's very diverse, which I really like, and yeah. So next thing I want to talk about is some of the classes that I am currently taking. So I'm going to run through the list. I am taking Aerospace 100, AE 100, Intro to Aerospace Engineering, AE 199, which is Computer Aided Design, tailored specifically to the aerospace department. Um, Chemistry 102, Math 241, Calculus 3, all that good stuff, all those core projects or core academic courses, right? So, I had to take those. So I'm going to go through each class and what I'm doing because I think a lot of these things are really exciting. And there's going to be a shift in my YouTube channel because of these changes, Um, so I'll explain that later. But yeah, Aerospace 100, Intro to Aerospace Engineering. In that class, we learn about the fundamentals of flight all over again. And I'm actually so there are actually three sections of that class. I'm in the section that focuses on both aircraft and spacecraft, as opposed to sections that focus on aircraft only or rockets only. So I get both. So as part of the course, we get to do two projects. Our first project was a model rocket using a D-size SD's motor, and we launched that actually maybe last weekend. Yeah, we got to do that. That was pretty fun. Um, we attached cameras, like these crappy little cameras, onto the rocket, and they ended up not recording video, which is a bummer. Um, but yeah, that happened last weekend. We made it. We actually got to, for the fins, we got to laser cut a CAD design, and that was pretty cool. Second project in AE100, which we haven't gotten to yet, and I'll provide updates later, is an RC plane, which is pretty exciting. That's I think of that as the next step for Yellow 13 Ace, because you can't stay on paper planes forever. You have to uh, improve. You have to do something more amazing, right? So I was thinking like, okay, RC planes, I'm gonna go there. And if you've been following my Facebook page, right, I've been saying like I want to get into RC planes, but I've never really had the resources to do that. How do you design? How do you build an RC plane, right? So this course will teach us how to do that, which is really cool. And that's not the only RC plane I'm working on. So bear with me. There are other courses where I'm working on planes like also. So you can see why I'm really busy and why I'm taking a step back from paper airplanes and focusing more on RC, because that really I think is the next step. Um, so yeah, also in A100, uh, we get to learn MATLAB, which is short for Matrix Laboratory by MathWorks. It's a software that's very useful for computation and data analysis. So look forward to using that. If you're in high school and you're taking algebra, right, algebra 2, you learn about matrices, which are like grids of numbers, and how do you multiply them together? How do you subtract them? How do you do operations with them? And that's very useful for computation and data analysis. So that's some cool stuff right there. Obviously, it'll help me in my future career as an aerospace engineer. So there's that too. All right, next course that I want to talk about is AE199, Computer Aided Design. I've learned so much for this class, from this class. So the software we use is called NX, and it's an industry grade computer software program for modeling shapes and just all kinds of things. And I've learned so much in the past 8 weeks. Um, you sketch things on 2D planes, you extrude them, you can edge blend them, you can do all kinds of crazy things. Like it's really amazing. I feel like it has empowered me to design better things. Um, it's it's amazing. You guys should learn CAD if you're interested in design, and if you want a career in engineering, right? CAD is the way to go. Or I mean, like, okay, if you do aerospace and like mechanical engineering, definitely do CAD. It's very useful. I feel like it's like having a new sketchbook and pencil, right? Except it's digitalized. You have another way to express your thoughts, right? Through the creation of models and things. So I really appreciate that class. The homework is incredibly long. I spent 5 hours yesterday doing CAD homework, staying up until 11, and then coming back to my dorm, getting food from Chomps, which is this you know restaurant place in the basement of the ISR. So that was pretty intense. But yeah, CAD, I learned a ton of new skills. Um, Second part of the class, right? So the first part of the class is, using computers and the functions in the software. Second part of the class is actually dedicated to hand drafting and, uh, and sketching, which I really look forward to because, as you guys kind of maybe know, I have a background in art, especially in drawing. In some of my older videos, as I said before, you can see things that I've drawn in the background. Um, so yeah, I look forward to that, and there's a lot of exciting things coming. So All right, so Engineering 198, as I mentioned before, or maybe I haven't mentioned before, but it's a projects course, meaning you guys or you focus on a specific project, engineering project, and you complete it by the end of the semester. And all throughout the semester, you write weekly updates and uh, project logs, which to be to be honest, is really similar to the thing that I'm doing with Yellow 13As. I update you guys. Well, I should update you guys more, but I'm just truly very busy right now, and it's just really, really hard to get videos done and everything. So yeah, projects course. Our team, the team I am in, is called Mercury, named after the Roman god of you know delivery, I guess you could say. It's the Roman equivalent of Hermes, um, the messenger, right? So Mercury, our goal as a team, is to design an RC plane that will deliver packages or small scale deliverables from one location to another. And the goal is to create the hardware and software for a prototype that can be part of a system to deliver these, to accelerate delivering time and reducing the cost of delivery. Right now you have like FedEx, you have like huge trucks, and you never really know when they're going to arrive, right? Or if they'll tell you, but the point is it's expensive, it's slow, and no one wants to wait for them, right? So the idea is to use small-scale UAVs to deliver your packages to your home faster, and we are creating a RC plane for that. We're not doing quads because first of all they're inefficient, and second of all I really didn't want to do it because they look ugly. I'm sorry if there are people out there who like quads. It's just my personal opinion. They're not efficient. That's scientifically true. um, so that was my reasoning for proposing to do a plane. So we're doing a plane. We have a $100 budget for the course to buy our materials to build our RC plane. So there's that. We can spend more if we need to, but obviously no one wants to spend more than what's given, right? Because if you don't spend any more, then it's basically free, and you get $100 to spend on something that you get to design and make and ultimately keep at the end of the semester. So so there's that. $100. We're trying to acquire materials right now, and once we do that, once we get the electronics and the foam, we can proceed with design and fabrication of the prototype. All right, right. So those are the courses that I really want to talk about. Of course, I am taking Math 241 and Chem 102 and 103 actually. Chem 102 is the lecture and discussion part of chemistry that's required for aerospace engineering. Um, 102 is the lecture discussion. 103 is the lab section, so you have to do experiments and enter data online. Good thing is you don't have to write lab reports. Everything is online nowadays, so you really only have to enter the data online and do the calculations and just enter them online. Um, it's annoying as hell because sometimes you're like one digit off and they won't accept your answer, and it's just so frustrating. I've lost so much sleep over that, and it's just not fun. Um, so yeah, that's those. Math 241, Calculus 3. There's nothing exciting to talk about there. Um, if you're going to pursue a career in engineering, I would strongly advise you take the most challenging math courses and science courses, right? The only reason I'm taking chemistry 102 is that I did not take AP chemistry in high school. That's my mistake. Of course, I did have a terrible teacher in high school. No offense if you're watching this, but um, I didn't want to take AP in high school, and now I'm paying for it by taking 102 and 103, which is a lot of credit hours. Um, and I could be spending those credit hours doing things like physics or other other things like a CS minor or something like that. Right? CS is computer science, so I could be doing computer science courses. So those are the courses that I wanted to talk about. Um, Also working on DBF, uh, which is an organization that I first discovered at my experience at RPI, the camp at RPI. And basically, what you do it's a collegiate level RC plane designing competition. So yeah, I've attended all the meetings. I'm so invested in that club. I really love what they do. I absolutely love how we get to, um, design and build a prototype from scratch, all dedicated towards one mission. This year's mission is actually really interesting. It involves one production aircraft, so it's called production aircraft for a reason, and it's to carry a Gator, a 32-ounce Gatorade bottle um, around a lab like 5 times or something like that. There's mission requirements that are specific, but I don't remember that. But um, it's supposed to do that, and we're supposed to build an additional plane to carry internally the production aircraft. So that is that is a very challenging mission, and I hope to just work on that and get some technical experience as well. Um, I really like that club, so I'm invested in that. Um, so yeah, I'm building 3 RC planes right now. One for AE 100, Intro to Aerospace, right? It's coming up. I'm not doing it yet, but it's coming up. I'm doing one for AE 100. I'm doing one for my projects course, Mercury, and um, I'm also doing it for DBF. So those are a lot of RC airplanes that I'm working on. And so as you can see, I'm very busy with university life. So what's going to happen with Yellow 13As, right? Um, so I have to say, I really don't have much time to pursue paper aircraft all that much. Between homework and things, I'm sure you guys can tell I'm a little bit tired in this video, right? Um, sure, it can be a nice hobby to work on when I have downtime, right? But I really don't have too much downtime. If I have any downtime, I would spend it on sleep, and that is where it's at. Sleep is where it's at. Um, so yeah, a lot of RC projects, and I plan on giving you guys updates on those throughout the semester, throughout the next couple weeks, in 2 months. Um, it should be very exciting, um, and you'll see more of that stuff, more of RC planes and larger projects rather than paper aircraft projects. Of course, I will still continue to do paper aircraft projects, because I'm truly interested in designing and making airplanes. Um, it's just something that's been with me from the beginning, um, and that's why Yellow 13A's exists. You guys, you guys helped shape um, my life, really, my direction. That SU-47 video, right? That's propelled me towards a career in aerospace engineering. And this is where it's actually happening. I'm actually taking aerospace courses at a university. And I want you guys to know that this is all because of the support and passion that I have, right, for aerospace. Um, I'm doing I'm doing like all kinds of projects. I just feel like I'm rambling on. This video is almost 30 minutes, but okay, so I gotta finish this video up. I don't want it to be too long. Um, as you can see, I'm very busy with university life, right? And wait, no, I already read that paragraph. Oh man. All right, all right. Anyways, I'm not gonna cut this out. I'm too lazy to edit. I don't have time to edit. Um, oh right. I forgot to mention something. For the AE 100 rocket launch, we were supposed to make a video for that and upload it to our course website later. So I'll upload that here too, just so you guys can see what it was like, what it was about, and so hopefully you guys will get to see that. All right, so I should probably end this video. It's getting a little bit long. But I have to mention great news. I just rediscovered on my computer video files that are part of a tutorial for the ASF-X Shinden 2. Um, Individually, those videos are pretty long. Some of them are 20 minutes, some of them are 9 minutes, so they're all over the place, really. But they're pretty long, and I want to, upload those. I will be upload I will be uploading those in the next couple weeks. Perhaps a new video, a new tutorial part every week. Um, I have to say the internet here is not really good, so I don't know how that plan will work out. But yeah, I discovered the video files for the tutorial, and I want to upload those as soon as I can, and I'll spread those out over the next couple of weeks. And so overall, to sum up things, there will most likely be a shift in the content of this channel. Don't worry, I'll still be designing my own projects, my own paper airplanes and whatnot, but obviously, university courses take top priority. So I will give you guys updates on some of the projects I'm working on for university courses. Yeah, and so that's going to be a handful already. I'm dealing with a ton of courses, um, three RC plane projects, DBF, AE 100, and Engineering 198 projects course. And so I'll give you guys updates on those. It'll be, this channel will have a shift towards RC planes in the future, as that is where most development can happen. I can improve and build greater and better things on the RC level. So, but that's not to say I won't be making paper airplanes. So they might, once in a while, just see a paper airplane project video come up on my channel. So yeah, that's it. That's it for this video. Look out in the future for the 5-part tutorial for the ASF-X Shinden 2 design, and look out for my project update videos. And I do think that those will truly be amazing. For university life has shown me so many new prospects. It has taught me so many new things, from the courses that I take to the people that I interact with. And I truly hope that, everything, proceeds as planned. And I'm just trying to, maintain my passions for aerospace and my courses for aerospace right now. So, yeah, I guess that's it for this video. I've said that like, maybe 5 minutes ago, but every time I make a video, I just don't want to stop talking. But I do have to stop sometime. Anyways, lots of exciting new prospects. Sorry for the ramble. I was just rambling through this whole video. If you watched it to this point, thank you. Please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I will upload those 5 tutorial videos. They have no audio of me annotating it, but I think that they should do the job of teaching you guys how to make the ASF-X. So look out for those tutorial videos. Look out for my project videos for the 3 RC planes. And yeah, I guess it's until next time.